Welcome to an introduction to combat tech in Doom the Dark Ages. It's still very early. I'm not saying that this is the craziest stuff that will be found, or even that most of it will be used on the highest level, but there are some very cool things happening under the hood, and I'm going to show you what I've found so far. We're of course going to talk about faltering and animation canceling, which applies to weapon swapping. But first is something I just found today, and that's demons regenerating their Daze meter. This is how boss fights work, and it appears to be an across-the-game mechanic. Watch as I shoot a Mancubus with 3 rockets, and he quickly goes into Daze. Now, the same Mancubus I shoot twice, wait, and he tanks rocket number 3. Rocket 4 puts him into Daze. But what if I wait even more time after rocket 3? That's right, he tanks rocket number 4 as well. And finally, rocket 5 just blows him up, because 5 rockets will always kill a Mancubus no matter what. So the lesson here is pick your target and finish your plate. This is why it feels like some enemies just won't die sometimes, because you shoot them a little, go after someone else, and then it's like you never shot them in the first place. Next we have enemy falters. Falters are signified with a yellow circle, which can be turned off and are caused by certain attacks or events. A barrel will falter anyone, big or small. A punch will falter an imp, but it will not falter anything larger. If you're gonna punch a Hell Knight, be ready to block after, because he's still coming after you. It's safer to punch him after you've faltered, like after a parry. Parries will always falter unless an enemy is coming at you with a multi-hitting string. Exploding blue shields will falter, and so will that big landing from up top. Shield Bash will falter a mid-weight demon, anything from an imp up to and including a Hell Knight. So that covers whiplashes and revenants, making Shield Bash the go-to way to take them out, because they get faltered and then you can lock them down with a shield toss and take them out. Anything bigger than a Hell Knight will not be faltered by Shield Bash. Shield bashing into a Mancubus is not a good idea unless you're ready to parry his defensive attack. Shield Toss has its own falter ability in the Recall. Stick this in an enemy, recall it, and watch them stumble in recovery. That's a falter. Instead of leaving it in the enemy, you can just do this. Recall the shield with the shield toss button so you can keep firing. Using shield recall is wonderful for being able to throw the shield a lot. Throw, recall, throw, recall. But recall only works if the shield has made contact with someone or something. If not, you'll have to press block for the recall. It's very handy to be able to do that because you can throw the shield and then instantly parry if you need to. But if you make a habit of always recalling with block, you can potentially cause problems for yourself by telling the game you're mashing block a lot, which can mess with the anti-spam protection for parries. So stick with the standard shield recall for fast throwing. And if you break armor with a shield toss, there's actually a longer cooldown before you can throw it again, like a half second or something. Back to faltering, the third strike of your Gauntlet series will falter every enemy in the game. This kick is ridiculous and can be upgraded to do massive damage. This is the answer for people who don't want to stand there parrying over and over. You don't have to. If you approached him with a lot of damage coming in, like multiple chain balls or a parry charged rocket, and you take half his health coming in, working in melee to falter with the kick will make short work of him and leave him with maybe only one opportunity to counterattack. If you combine this with faltering from a conveniently placed barrel and upgraded weapons, you can kill these guys without a single parry. Watch this Agadon Hunter get faltered and be reduced to no threat at all. You'll notice that the kick is coming out later, and that's because the game stores it in memory for a while. Hit 2 zombies, then run up to a pinky and kick falter. Do a dangerous shield bash against a Mancubus and then kick. You even have enough time to shield bash, super shotgun, and still get the kick out before the melee series resets back to punches. If you're thinking ahead, this can be an incredibly cool way to approach the super heavy demon. When you mix these kick falters with environmental falters, you can smack around cyber demons and Agadon hunters and cosmic barons and do some really fun stuff. You've probably noticed that glory strikes will often use the kick, but that's not actually spending the kick that you're saving for later. You can set up the kick, do a glory strike with the kick animation, and then get the real kick after. It's kind of funny, but it works. And finally, taking off a limb will also cause a falter. Nice to know. Now to animation cancels. Since blocking can interrupt the recovery animation of a gun, you can use the downtime between the SSG shot to do a shield bash instead of just waiting for the reload animation. You are animation canceling the reload, but this is not actually speeding up the next shot. It's still a good feeling combo because of the falter from the shield bash and performing multiple actions close together. When you're shooting from mid-range to long range and you want to fly in for an execution or shield bash, you can start the swap to the next gun you want to use and cancel the starting frames with the shield, so that when the bash or execution is over, you're ready with the next weapon. This is all we can do if they don't add the ability to buffer a weapon switch, which I hope they do. You can cancel a parry directly into a shield bash, which will keep you from being pushed back by certain attacks from super heavy demons. You can even get a shot off before bashing and still fly in during the slow motion effect. Even better if this happens after a series of punches to fly back in with the faltering kick. The last thing I'll try to explain is something I don't quite understand yet. If you throw the shield and shoot the rocket launcher, something about the correct timing of this will allow the rocket launcher to swap to another weapon 33% faster than normal. You can see here that I'm shooting a rocket and then getting off a shot with the SSG much quicker. In this footage, you can see me throw the shield, shoot a rocket, and switch to the chainball very quickly, which I then cancel into shield bash and I have it ready for the armor break up close. I don't understand the exact science behind it. Maybe one of you can help me figure it out. That's what I've got for now. Thanks for watching.